What's happening, YouTube? You're back in the building with the first family of Hightown. It's me, your boy, Lamont, Mr. Life Games, and my lovely, lovely wife who finally quit doing all that doctor work to come back and do some YouTube. How you feeling?
Hello, feeling good.
Well, honey, in case you've been under a rock and you didn't hear any of my advertisements this week, guess who has decided that at the end of the season, to plug holes where we've missed and where people might have missed, guess who's going to join us and do an interview? The show creator and the showrunner, Rebecca Cutter. This is what that young lady looks like, man.
Okay.
She's a little hottie up there. Guess what she said? She said her husband and her enjoy watching us do this review.
Okay.
So you know that means I got to antagonize you.
good.
Even worse.
No.
So ladies and gentlemen, we can't wait to see her. And I got to give them some credit because they put together I love that cast. Diverse, beautiful, excellent. Love the cast. I'm grateful. And we look forward to seeing her. Let's dive on into this episode with a clip that I thought was funny, but it was sad all at the same time. Let's take a look. You see the look on Renee's face. Oh,
This is some kind of joke.
wee.
I heard the service is excellent.
Maybe.
No. Stay. We're gonna have a nice dinner.
Frankie know he wrong for that. He played my girl. You know Renee is one of my top 3 favorite characters on this show. You know I love me some Renee.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, love it. You did good, Rebecca. Whoever brought Renee, you did good. But how you gonna play Renee? You got her dressed up thinking that she's gonna go to a nice Kobe beef restaurant. Then you take her to knock off Red Lobster.
And all she did was help him. She the one got him out of jail.
Right. And you're gonna treat that woman like that. Lord have mercy. Let us give one more credit to the show. This particular episode was directed by the young lady that plays Jackie.
Okay, go Jackie.
Her real name is Monica Raymond.
Good
She
job.
did it. She did her. How do you direct the show and you one of the main characters in the show at the same time? Damn, chick got some skills,
Well,
boy.
we know how to wear multiple hats.
Who's we?
We, us, women.
Oh,
Yeah.
women.
We
Yeah.
know how to wear multiple hats.
We're gonna talk about how y'all wear multiple hats in one of these scenes with Renee.
Just go.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I thought. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get into the beginning of this. Let me shout out everybody that's in the building. We've got about 15 people watching. Please go ahead and give us a like. Most people are probably going to catch this on the replay, and that's fine. Just post all your comments below. Please share the video because Hightown is a great show, and you guys are missing out if you're not watching it. In the very beginning, we get the homegirl Charmaine, right? She's getting on an airplane with her fake Louis Vuitton bag that she went and got from Canal Street in New York. And when she gets on the plane, you know, you've got this cat right here. I forgot what his name was, but she's just talking to him, and he lets her get in the front seat of the airplane. You know that's near and dear to my heart because I'm getting ready to finish this pilot's license class. So I'm thinking, oh man, this is a nice plane she's riding in. But you want me to tell you what I got from this whole scene?
What?
She's looking for a father figure.
Okay.
She's looking for someone to replace the uncle that just got taken away from her last season. Like, I still see that there's an opportunity
to save her.
To save her, yes, I still see that. And the fact that she was buddying up with him about the airplane and they weren't talking about nothing street, it was just, I see some chances there to save her. Maybe somebody will come in and do it. But they fly and they meet old crazy ass Jorge.
Wait.
Oh,
can I comment?
Oh, I
Thank
thought you had my bad. Hey.
So when she was walking up with her Louis, I was thinking like, oh my goodness, they gonna be able to buy her. All they gotta do is just dangle little charm in front of her, and they'll have her doing whatever they want her to do. I cracked up when she strapped it into the chair. I'm like, oh goodness, she just strapped this bag in a chair. They got her good.
That's her future in that chair, huh?
Yeah, but we learned later that if we buy that it's a fake bag, I guess we will if she had to hand it over.
Yeah, it's a fake bag.
I guess she was securing the goods. She was making sure the drugs were strapped in where they were supposed to. So that I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, you don't want your powder to hit the floor.
Right. And the whole thing with the pilot, she was fascinated. No, I do see a mentoring relationship there, but I think she was also fascinated with the plane.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, okay, is she gonna end up, trying to become a pilot?
Right.
And if she stayed dirty, that means she's gonna be flying her own drugs back and forth.
Could be.
So that's where I saw that going potentially.
You could get that interpretation. I could see that.
But she was like it opened up it seemed like it opened up a whole new world for her. She was fascinated. And maybe it was she just enjoyed being up there with a father figure, whatever.
A mentor type figure. And it could be that she's fascinated by the plane too.
Yeah.
All of it. So I know when I first got behind the airplane wheel, I was fascinated too. I was like, how you turn? I want to know how to turn the bitch on too myself. And then when you get in there and you start flying, you become comfortable with whoever your instructor is, almost like y'all kindred spirits. So maybe that's what's going on with her. Yeah. Then we get to your boy Jorge. The Lord have your boy Jorge. I'm gonna call him your boy. He talking to this dude, his bodyguard, who's like 6'8", 295, screaming at him, and the bodyguard's like, "Man, I can't hear in my left ear." Come on,
and the guy
man.
Jumping.
Yeah.
Now wait, you didn't mention how he got out of he emerged from the car in a cloud of smoke.
Oh yeah, I forgot that part. He rose from the depths of the car in a poof of smoke. Yeah, my bad. I forgot that part. Okay, he did do that. But then basically, this is when we find out Charmaine says the bag is fake.
Right.
They hop in the car together. They roll away. And, I'm just thinking to myself, Charmaine, you tough, but you dealing with some grown ass sharks.
Right.
Like.
Who've been doing this longer than you've been alive.
And Jorge seemed like he more cutthroat than Frankie.
Of course.
Of course. Like he got that short man's chip on his shoulder or something. Chip off my shoulder.
Jorge don't care to hide it.
No.
Frankie is gonna be political, I think, a little bit about it.
Right.
So he wanna look good. He'll be shiny in front of you. Jorge is just like whatever.
Jorge don't care. All right. Then we get to the scene where Junior's wife, Donna, is called in here to basically, they're just kind of asking her a few questions about this shirt. Sergeant Allen is all happy and thinks that they about to solve this case, but Sergeant Allen got it all wrong. Jackie know the truth. Right. Donna pretty much knows some of the truth. What did you get from them pulling in Donna to do this interrogation, other than she still don't like Jackie,
right? And
she really didn't care for the bums that broke into her house.
Right. I forgot all about that. I forgot they broke into the house and did what they did.
Well, that's what you got me for.
Oh, good.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm here.
Now, initially, Jackie kind of sucked her teeth and looked at, not Jackie, Donna sucked her teeth and looked at Jackie like, are you really asking me this question? And it seemed like she was just like, you know what? If that's how y'all want to play it, yeah, I think he did it. So I think she was just frustrated with both of them.
Right.
So I'll go ahead. If y'all asking, I'll go ahead and throw one of them under the bus.
Well, you got to think she's in trauma right now. Finances is tight. She's having to work at Club Xavier's, for crying out loud.
Right.
She's still grieving the loss of Junior. She knows Junior was having his addiction issues. Then you had these thugs break into your house looking for Junior, in essence. So I think she's kind of a mess right now. She's got a low place.
Yeah.
And then as she's trying to leave, Jackie pulls her outside and says, "Come work for me at Club Xavier." She was like, "Hell to the no. Right. I ain't working for you, Jackie." But see, I think in that moment, Donna was just she was upset. Like her emotions and everything wasn't thinking clearly. But we'll see. You see how Donna go. Now here go your boy, Osito. So you like Osito. This your boy. Guess who shows up to see him? Oh, Jackie shows up to see Osito because Jackie feels she knows the truth.
Right.
And she knows Osito knows the truth, for sure. Right. And Osito is spinning Sergeant Allen like a dog chasing the car in the road, spinning him. And he's falling for it, eating it up.
But Allen know Osito did it. I think he just don't care. He just needs to pin it on somebody. He knows
Allen is a man of ethics.
No.
Yes. Sergeant Ray is the one who just pinned it on somebody. Sergeant Allen is a man of fine ethics.
He knows.
No,
I think they even alluded to that in one of the past episodes.
Sergeant Allen don't know nothing.
He told his wife, he was like, shoot, he's probably the one who did it.
Sergeant Allen, he don't know nothing.
He do.
He don't know nothing.
Whatever.
In any event, Jackie meets up with Osito to be like, look, bro, tell me the truth. And he's like, I'm really not going to tell you nothing, but I will tell you this. I love that boy. And the boy loved you too, talking about Junior. What'd you think about that?
I forgot about that too.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't think he was that emotionally attached to him.
He didn't
like,
care
I
for
love
him.
That boy.
He tried to send him away. He tried to give him some money, send him away, get him out the situation. And he learned that the dude cared for Jackie highly. He really, really cared for Jackie like a sister.
What did he mean when he said, if it wasn't for Junior, it would have ended differently from you that day? So did he shoot Jackie and not intentionally not try to kill her, or was he talking about some other scenario?
I think he was talking about all the scenarios, like how the tip got to the point where the house was at, and how it got tipped out that he was coming up. I think he's talking about all of it. You know, trying to save Jackie.
But he's basically saying that Junior saved her.
He did.
I wondered if he's implying that that's why he didn't kill her is because of Junior.
Okay.
I don't know.
Maybe
Let us know what y'all think.
Yeah, post us in the comment section below. And then all of a sudden, I can't trust this woman. This is Leslie. Jackie's leaving there. She just pops up from behind the bushes. What the hell, man? What are you, a ghost? It's Halloween. And she was popping up from behind bushes, coming up to Jackie, wanting to know what's up. Hey,
was that when Jackie left the jail? Or was that when she was leaving the strip club?
No, this is when Jackie left Osito. She just popping up somewhere.
I didn't realize
now,
that.
People, I think Leslie, and we're gonna get there, but I think Leslie has some kind of backdoor dealings with Frankie and Jorge.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. I didn't realize that was when she was leaving the jail that she popped up.
She just pops up. It's like, hey, hey, Jackie, last time I seen you, I was leaving your bedroom and I told you I was straight, but I slept with you. Hey.
Oh, goodness.
Hey, Jackie.
Just good.
Then we get to the scene. Oh, Lord, I'm sad. God, this is my girl, poor Renee. Ain't you sad for Renee?
No. For what?
Because it's Renee. Look at that sad face. We learned that Renee is 8 weeks pregnant. She wants to have a paternity test while the baby's still in her womb, which is dangerous because she needs to know if it's a white baby or a Hispanic baby.
Right.
Doctor tells her
Dominican,
this could cause some problems. Excuse me, Dominican, I'm sorry. Could cause some problems.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, it don't matter. I know who it is. I'm going to abort it.
Right. She said, there ain't even no point in getting a test because I already know. I
already know, man. With you being a physician, what did you say to someone who says that to you?
What?
Ain't no point me getting the test. I already know I'm going to abort it.
Well, I deal with kidneys. I don't deal with pregnancies.
Okay, well, somebody might pop in there and want to abort a kidney. I don't know. Goodness. Like, buy a kidney. I don't know. I'm just asking the questions here, man. That's all I'm doing. Mm-hmm. Okay. So immediately after that, she goes home. She's emotional. She's sad. She ain't feeling too hot. And before we go, people, let me shout out this brother right here. Will Lawrence comes through every time we go live and super chat. This is a super friend. He follows my stock advice, follows my car advice, follows all my videos. Big Will Lawrence. I appreciate that, my homie. We thank you for that. Mm-hmm. After she learns the sad news, she goes home to Frankie. Mm-hmm. And fellas, Frank is trying to get the draws, is what he's trying to do. And Renee is obviously lying to him about where she's been. She says she's been to the gym. She's stinky, blah, 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 which is why she don't want him to get the draws. Mm-hmm. What have I always told you about me?
Well, she's stinky, she's sweaty, and then she got cramps. And
it went from I'm stinky and sweaty to I got cramps, blah, blah, blah. Honey, what have I told you? If a man really loves his woman or the woman he's with, he don't care what she smells like. She can come right out of a sauna. He's gonna drink that sauna water. Okay. And in this moment, he should have known goodness well something is afoot. He knew it.
She had cramps.
That's what it went to because you can't deny that. You can't. So see, Renee is smart. She know that us men, we not fought. They don't care. We don't care what you smell like. We're still gonna get you. So she goes, I got cramps. So he kisses her stomach and says, I hope it gets. You the one that say kisses make everything better, don't you? Do you think it made her cramps better?
Apparently not.
She ain't got no cramps. Oh, Lord. Oh, Ray. This episode had a lot of entanglements with Ray. You could almost say that probably the plot point for this episode was Ray, because we catch Ray out here playing hockey with the son who basically denied him last episode. And then they introduce his ex-wife, Mary Ann. And I told my wife, I said, honey, when people split up, if you've had kids with your wife or your baby mama, whoever, there's always a 60% chance you can come back and have sex with that person.
50 to 60.
It's 60%. Yeah, it's 60%. It's 60%. The people know you. You have an eternal bond that is called a KID. It's always a 60% chance. And me and you have a baby now. So there's always a chance. What do you think is good? They didn't introduce Mary Ann for nothing.
Right.
I think Mary Ann could be in serious danger.
I mean, they're showing him getting back in with his family. And so he's bonded with his son. Mary Ann sees they're bonding. She's a little resistant right now. So she don't really want to deal with him too much. But she allows him to be around. I don't know. I think it's setting them up for failure. He's going to set them up, build them up. I'm going to be around. I'm here. Then he's going to let them down. Again. And
here's the problem with Ray. And Leslie, wait a minute. We haven't got that part, so I can't say that. But the thing with Ray is he's a troublemaker. He's an a-hole. And he has his addictions. But he also does something that women like. He's good in bed. And for a lot of women, that's a green light to get back.
And he can fix the toilet, which is what she.
He ain't fixing no toilet. That boy don't know nothing about. Look, he got his son to help fix the toilet. So this is the scene you're talking about. But what happened in this scene that was traumatic? The son went back and rehashed to Ray.
He knew why.
He knew why the mama split up with him, because he was having sex with Leslie, who was in his unit. And the son is on skates right now. Because you can tell the son wants the relationship. He wants to have a relationship with his daddy. He wants to be connected somehow, but he kind of knows, like, I can't trust him.
He done been he done been on his rodeo before.
Yeah.
Ray has been screwing up, coming back, screwing up, coming back.
Screwing up, coming back. And anybody who's ever had these relationships with a parent, you know how it is. A parent can be doing well. It seems like everything's great. But you always kind of feel like you're walking on eggshells, because on any moment they can pull that carpet right from underneath your feet. So I feel for the son. Next scene, Charmaine pops up to the jail cell to see Osito, and he's like, "How you get in here? You know my aunt had some hookups." But the main thing from this was Osito wants to know what are her motives. What do you think? Do you think her motives was true, that she really want to help Osito so that when he gets out, he can come work for her? Or?
I think so. I mean, because it ain't like she have a relationship with Frankie and Jorge.
Right.
They looking to use her or set her up to fall so they can take over whatever she's doing.
Right.
So, yeah, I think so. I didn't see this coming, them meeting up. I think eventually they're going to team up and try to take down Frankie. She's going to need Osito, because Osito knows he's smart. He knows how Frankie and them work, and I think he's going to end up giving her advice from the inside, helping her navigate what's going on outside so they don't take advantage of her.
100% on board with you. And then this scene was funny to me. So Leslie and Jackie had the conversation about what are we? And basically they conclude they're partners or whatever. Kind of, sort of. I think Jackie just assumed it.
Partners with benefits. Huh?
Yeah. And they're supposed to be surveilling Club Xavier. But how the hell you surveilling when everybody in the club know you're there? It gets so bad that Jorge bends over and flips them the butt crack bird. What in the world? And then Jackie gets out the car because the cover's blown. And she runs right past this big 6'7" bodyguard who ain't worth 3 cents. Send him back to the dollar store, rent a bodyguard store, wherever you got him from. And she's talking to Frankie, who pulls a gun on her. And me and you first was like, how you an ex-con and got a gun? But because of the way they was able to get out, they probably got all their rights back as a citizen.
Right.
Talk about that whole thing.
I'm assuming he's not on probation.
No.
He's a private citizen, like he said. So I guess we're gonna have to buy that.
But what shocked me the most, Leslie comes in there and saves them, and it's got jokes that didn't look right to me. I'm telling y'all, we can't. We can't trust Leslie, y'all. I'm telling you, can't trust Leslie. But one more thing that was funny, and I was like, Jorge stole my jokes. He called them Cagney and Lacey. Who called them Cagney and Lacey from episode 1?
Oh, you? Oh goodness. Okay.
Then we get to the scene where you had Marianne watching Dirty Dancing, and you had Renee and Frankie's son watching Dirty Dancing, and he said he ain't want his son watching that girly shit. That's what he said.
One part right before this scene is when the ex-cop, his wife Ray's ex-wife told him to sit down on the couch.
Right.
So she didn't have warmed up that quick.
Well, honey, it's like I said, it's a 60% chance.
Whatever.
I done told you.
So she wants to sit on the couch.
Yeah.
And he's basically, if he wants to get back in with his family, he can. That's what it looked like.
A 60% chance. I done told you that.
Okay.
But Frankie ain't having none of this dirty. He don't want his son watching that girly mess, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which
the son say, "Oh, Daddy, I done already seen it with Uncle Ray."
With Uncle Ray, thank you. I was like, man, Lord have mercy, son, dry snitching.
And I thought he was about to sit down on the couch and snuggle up and ask some more questions about where you go with Uncle Ray. When did you see? How many days did you see Uncle Ray?
And you know why Frankie ain't do that? Because in the very next scene, he decides to do exactly what we seen in my opening clip with Renee. He did it right here. He invited her to the restaurant Ray works at, embarrasses her, embarrasses Ray, to the point where Ray took the bait and got into a fight with Frankie, which is dumb.
That's what I put in my notes.
And then guess
Ray
what happened?
Stupid, but what? He got fired.
He gets fired, but look, people, we want to know this. How can the lady that fired Ray fire him when Ray is screwing her? The first thing I would say is sexual harassment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But see, it was dumb not only on Ray's part, but it was also dumb on Frankie's part. Frankie, why draw more attention to yourself when you know you're doing these drugs in Club Zeta?
His ego with his woman.
Nobody wants to know that their woman is getting pumped in the back from somebody else. No, I don't care how tough you think you are. Unless it's you legitimately a pimp, you don't want to know that somebody done slid in your woman. That's true. And so both of these men think that Renee is they women and they get the fisticuff. Mm-hmm. Who won?
Well, didn't Frankie? Well, not Frankie. Frankie won.
Frankie's the one that had the bloody lip. So how Frankie won?
I saw him get a good hit in when they were trying to split them apart.
Hey, good hit, nothing.
Frankie won because he walked out with the woman and Ray lost his job. How about that?
Okay, you got that right.
You know what? I would have served them and dared them to eat it.
I bet you would. You would.
Oh, I cooked it up real nice.
You devious like that.
I
know. Yeah, boy.
Eat it up.
Don't make her mad. And then we get to the scene. Now, Rebecca, this is what I got to ask you. So now Jackie is having dinner at her former partner's house, Eddie Murphy. Mm-hmm. How did y'all come up with the name Eddie Murphy for a white dude? I'm asking for a friend. I'm asking for a wife. But anyway, what was funny about this was the wife got the nerve to ask Leslie. She said, "Are you a lesbian?"
Just like because her one of her relatives' kids was non-binary.
Non-binary, yeah. But in any event, Eddie Murphy is kind of like her father figure, right? And she misses working with him. He misses her. And he's got some things going on at the Marine Fishery Organization. They've got some cat that they call the Scribe Father who's embezzling money, doing illegal things. And he's going to some kind of a hearing or something. And he invites Jackie to come, which I doubt Jackie going to make it the next day. What you think?
I didn't put too much into that part of the story, like they were actually going to let us see that.
Right.
What made me nervous is that they're introducing us to him and his wife.
Exactly.
And so I'm worried whenever they do that something's going to happen to one of them.
Right. Gotcha. Yeah. All right. So after the whole fight, Renee goes back home, and Frankie, he's questioning her because he's wondering about her loyalties. And fellas, I'm gonna give you some more tips now. I'm gonna give you tips. Whenever a woman is trying to get you to change your mind about something, if she does what Renee did in this scene by sexing you down to convince you that she ain't got nothing to do with whatever you grilling her about, she lying. Don't fall for it. That's when you need to have enough strength to get up and think with your big head, not your little head. Now, honey, what was you thinking? Renee's sitting here clearly lying. She clearly had some feelings for Ray.
Yeah, you know she lied.
And old Frankie just laid his old big Dominican head back and just, like it was nothing. I'm just like, dude, you ain't as tough.
Well, do you think he buying it?
Yeah, I think he bonded to a degree. Yeah, because she even down there going, my king. My
right.
king.
Yeah, she was laying it on.
Oh my God,
and what happened to the cramps?
Right. Oh well, that was this morning. That was when she went to work out. The cramps gone now.
Okay.
The cramps gone now. But yeah, fellas, be careful. So then Donna winds up calling Jackie to say basically, I will work for you because I've come to my senses. Mm-hmm. I saw that coming. How about you?
Yeah. I mean, on the last episode, we were saying, is she going to end up working with Jackie?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It was either Jackie or we said she was going to take the side of your girl.
Leslie?
No, Frankie girl.
Oh, Renee. Yeah. And that team up still might happen.
Yeah.
All right. And then we've got Jackie and Leslie making out. But the key thing I took away from this is that Jackie will not let Leslie give her an orgasm. Mm-hmm. The only reason she's doing that is because she don't want Leslie to have the control. And I think that's smart on Jackie's part. How about you?
Mm-hmm. I mean, she don't want to catch feelings. And
right.
She don't want to, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She better not. And last but not least, your boy Ray shows up to Sergeant Allen's house. And Sergeant Allen actually listened to this dude. And basically, Ray wants to work for the police without working for the police as a civilian. And
I thought you said Sergeant Allen was very highly moral.
Well, there's plenty of people who are highly moral that would handle this the same way Allen handled it. Mm-hmm. He said, if I get information from a citizen, it would be stupid for me not to take it. Mm-hmm. That's what these high and mighty people who in private society claim to be moral when they say stuff like that, even though it's bull jive. Mm-hmm. Just like right here with Allen, it's bull jive. He basically just gave Ray the contact to get back into working, and he's going to be working trying to take down not only Osito but Frankie too.
Right. And might I add, he's climbing a ladder.
Yep.
Thanks to the advice of his dear wife,
who must be dirty too because she married a dirty man, huh?
Who, Allen?
Yeah.
I didn't say Allen was.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. In the very beginning, when I said Allen was a man of ethics, you kept telling me, no, he's not.
No.
That's what you said. That's exactly what you want me to. Go ahead.
Can I talk, please?
Go.
So you just said Allen wasn't going to overlook the fact that Osito probably killed whatever the guy.
Yeah, and you said he would.
And I said he wouldn't overlook that fact.
I said that I was basically saying Allen is a man of ethics, and you said he's not. You said You said he wasn't.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So his wife married a man who's not of ethics.
Okay.
Since you're trying to give the wife all the credit, I got to poo on that.
Okay. Well, they doing what they got to do.
Exactly. I can live with that.
And so I don't think we negating either of each other's argument.
No argument for me. Only argument I got is great episode. Monica Raymond, you did a good job in directing this.
Yeah.
That's going to be our review for this episode. I will do the trailer review. Don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe. Happy Halloween. Be safe out there. And my BMF review will be coming shortly tonight. Till that next Sex is Hell video, we'll see you.